Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I want to talk today about Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Elon Musk. Elon Musk just bought a bunch of Bitcoin, and if you own Bitcoin, Elon Musk literally just put money in your pocket. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and what's going on with Elon Musk, and also what's happening in the financial markets. So we're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That is theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. And today I want to talk about Bitcoin. And so weird excursions as you come in, you're first, and Prime Minister of the Milky Way, you're second. Hit the thumbs up button and also put a hashtag B1 in the chat if you understand what that means. Hashtag B1 means that we are Black first on this platform. It doesn't mean you have to be Black to be here, but we put Black wealth in the Black community on top of our priority list. So if we don't put ourselves first, then nobody else will. So put a hashtag B1 in the chat if you agree with that philosophy. So with that said, let's talk about Bitcoin and Elon Musk. Elon Musk, Sharon Warren, I see you in there, Malcolm Williams. Bitcoin took a big jump last night, largely because of Elon Musk. Bitcoin jumped, I think, by about 15% at the time of this recording. And that was in one day. And that's a reflection of how volatile Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is kind of a crazy asset. It's all over the place, but it's an asset that just has a world of potential. It has now crossed the 44,000 mark, 44,000. Now, just for the record, in case you didn't know, in case you forgot, Bitcoin was going for about $5,000 just a few months ago, back in March, start of the pandemic. You could have bought some Bitcoin for about $5,000 or $6,000, and since then it's been to the moon, baby. So Bitcoin is turning out to be a pretty amazing investment, even though most of us are still kind of a little bit confused and in awe of the fact that this thing that seems to be almost made up suddenly has all this economic value. But then again, if you look at the history of money, a lot of that's made up too. Your fiat currency used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by nothing. It's backed by your imagination. But even the question even goes deeper than that. Why is gold valuable? Who decided that gold was going to be one of the most cherished commodities on the planet? Nobody knows exactly why. I mean, there are theories on it, but we'll talk about that later. Now, anyway, let's move on. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. I'm gonna give you the Dr. Boyce breakdown on what I think about Bitcoin. Now, I see that some of you have bought Bitcoin. Some of you have invested pretty heavily in it. And I am not here to tell you what to invest in. This is not investment advice. I do not tell you what to do. I just want to make that 100% clear. I have told you, though, that I am investing in Bitcoin, and I have made a lot of money on Bitcoin. And so when Sonia comes in and says, "Don't listen to Boyce, he's a bad investor," well, I say, Sonia, I got a whole lot of cha-chings happening in my investment portfolio. So sister, but I ain't gonna show you how much money I got because you don't want the haters to know how much money you're making. But believe me, my children are eating good. And so if your children are eating good, tell Sonia my kids is eating good, and my kids are eating good because I've been investing. If you are an investor and your kids are eating good, say something in the chat because you guys know what we've been talking about for the last several years about investing and about cryptocurrency, but also about the stock market in general. One thing that I've also told you guys about crypto, and I think this is important to understand, is that you can always lose money. So do not invest more than you can afford to lose. You saw in 2017, and we were talking about this, and I kept warning everybody when everyone's getting excited about crypto. I said, the problem is that there were some fundamentals missing in the meteoric rise of crypto. A lot of it came off a little bit like the whole GameStop frenzy of last week, where there just weren't the fundamentals there to justify the inflated values that crypto had. It's almost, I almost compare Bitcoin is almost like the Patrick Mahomes of the investing world. The Patrick Mahomes of the investing world. What do I mean by that? Well, I heard Keyshawn Johnson doing analysis on Patrick Mahomes, and he said something that really surprised me. He said, you don't even know if Patrick Mahomes is ever going to go back to the Super Bowl. After that butt whooping he took from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you don't know if he's going to come back. Now, it doesn't mean Patrick's not a great player, though. Patrick is amazing. Patrick looks like the young Tom Brady. Patrick looks like a guy who's going to go and just do things that no one else has ever done. He's getting paid $500 million, and he deserves every penny of that money. But he also mentioned, which was very interesting, he said, we said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers after he won his first Super Bowl. And people don't know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. So let him win his second and his third before you start talking about his seventh and his eighth, or his sixth and his fifth and all this other stuff. So with Bitcoin is the Patrick Mahomes of the investing world in this sense, the potential for Bitcoin's growth is out of this world. It is absolutely insane. There's a reason Elon Musk just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. There's a reason why Elon Musk changed his Twitter profile to #Bitcoin. There's a reason that Musk also did a double whammy. He didn't just express public support for cryptocurrency, which is very important for reasons I'll explain in a second. He also said that in Tesla, we may take Bitcoin as a form of payment. So that's a double whammy. Why is that a double whammy? Well, it's a double whammy because one, he's saying, look, I believe in this. I'm putting my own money on the line. Number two, he's saying, I also will increase and improve the utility of Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. That's two. That's not just one thing. That's like a football team where you didn't just improve the offense, you also improved the defense. Right? You didn't just give the New York Knicks a great power forward. You gave them the best point guard in the league also. You gave them two factors that now weigh in their favor, because the two arguments that have been made to justify the valuation of Bitcoin, which a lot of us still aren't sure about. I mean, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, but the two arguments to justify the value that's being made by the billionaires is, one, Bitcoin is like a digital gold. It's a scarce commodity, a commodity in scarce supply. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins ever made. They won't make more than that, at least according to the algorithms. And then two, it is considered to potentially be a currency or medium of exchange and actually have utility, where people are actually transacting with it the same way you transact with your dollar bills. Why is that important? Well, because the more you use a currency, the more demand there is for the currency. And y'all tell me in the chat, when the demand for an asset goes up, everything else equal, when the demand for that asset goes up, what happens to the price? Somebody answer me in the chat. Tell me what happens to the price when the demand for an asset increases? I'll let y'all answer that question. And while I do that, if you could, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to see what crypto I own, I took a screenshot of the crypto in my portfolio. You are welcome to take a look. It has been a good portfolio. Now, is it going to continue to be good? I have no idea, but I consulted with some of my friends who are experts in the crypto space. I am not an expert in crypto. I'm an expert in finance and investing, which means that a lot of my skills transfer over to crypto, but I am not a crypto guy, right? But I do talk to experts. So if you want to see what's on my portfolio, go to drboycrypto.com. Just sign up, get on our email list, and I'll show you a screenshot of my crypto portfolio, and you can feel free to do with that as you wish. Also, text the word Boyce to 31996 if you would like to receive text alerts periodically when we go live. Okay, so a couple more things about this. So Bitcoin is the Patrick Mahomes of the investing world because it has tremendous potential. There are people, experts, predicting that Bitcoin will reach $146,000 by the end of this year. That's what JP Morgan Chase has said, if I'm not mistaken. And others are predicting even higher levels. I'm talking about 300,000-400,000. I think the guy Chamath they used to work at Facebook, he's a billionaire that thinks Bitcoin can go to 200,000-400,000. I don't know. All I know is that I got a little FOMO. I have a little FOMO in my blood where I don't want to miss out. If Bitcoin does by chance go to 200,000, 300,000, I don't want to be sitting on the sideline of that. And so I bought a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of Ethereum, not a large percentage of my portfolio, only about maybe less than 10% of my portfolio is in crypto, but I do have some investments there because I do not want to miss out when the rise takes place. The impact of Elon Musk's move on Bitcoin, in my view, is driven not just by the fact that he's expressed public confidence, not just driven by the fact that he's also stated that Tesla may use Bitcoin as a form of payment, but also because we have this thing in this world called copycat syndrome. We have this thing in this world where there are a few wolves, there are a few leaders, and then the majority of the world is full of sheep. Even many of your CEOs and multimillionaires are sheep. They follow what the leaders are doing. Elon Musk is a leader. He is an economic leader, not just because I think he's the richest man in the world or something like that, but also because he's just a guy that just doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care what people think. He kind of says and does what he wants, and people admire that. That's why I tell you guys in life, you got to be a leader. Just do what you're going to do, because most people don't know who they are. Most people don't know what they want to do. And what I have found is that the world will move to the side, almost like water moving to the side, when you are determined and clear about where you're going and who you are. I'm telling you, if you know who you are and you're just moving forward and saying, this is the direction I'm going to go, then other people will move to the side like water or wind, because most people are flimsy. Very few people are solid in this world. Elon Musk is a solid dude. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because Elon Musk just made this bold move. And now what I predict is that you're going to have a bunch of copycats, or as one of my dissertation committee members, David Hirschleifer, used to study. He's one of the world leading experts in what he called the herding effect, where many CEOs, because they're afraid of making a mistake, will just follow the herd. They'll follow the pack. I saw the herding effect up close. One example of thousands I could probably come up with is back in 2013, I worked with Russell Simmons on a campaign to end mass incarceration. And we challenged the Obama administration and said, we need you to help get some of these brothers out of prison, because we can't have them sitting in prison on old drug laws that are now non-existent, and RICO charges and all this other nonsense. That's what destroyed the black family. Well, let me tell you this, and this links back to the Elon Musk Bitcoin conversation. I swear to God, just bear with me on this little tangent. So here's what happened, right? So I knew that because I'm a radical guy, right? I tend to kind of say things that scare people. And even though I'm black, I scare some other black people sometimes, because I just tell the truth no matter what it is. Even if you ain't ready for it, I can't help it. I got to get it out. Well, I knew that certain people, particularly like presidents of HBCUs, which tend to be very conservative, would not co-sign on something that I was involved in, because I'm defined as being kind of radical, right? I get that. That's fine. I don't blame you for being afraid of me, right? Being super black is a very risky thing in this world. Well, here's what I did. Here's how I figured out how to get some of them to get on board. Well, I remember talking to the president. I believe he was the president of Morehouse at the time. He used to work with Obama. I forgot the brother's name. He was a great president. They got rid of him, but he was really good. And I knew that as a politician, he probably wasn't going to jump out there on his own and do something alone. So what I did was I went to the people that I could actually get on board the easiest. And Russell got some celebrities, everybody from Chris Rock to Will and Jada, and to the Kardashians, to rappers, some of the rappers. I think even Rick Ross and Lil Wayne signed the letter. I wrote this letter, so all these people signed it, right? And so what I did was I went to him and I said, oh, by the way, here are all the people who've already signed it. Oh, and by the way, we've got a bunch of the other HBCU presidents to sign this letter. Oh, by the way, all the other HBCU presidents in the AUC have already signed this letter. So you want to get on board, right? And you know what happened? He signed it. He signed it. And I guarantee you that he would not have signed it if I had asked him to be the first one to sign it. He wouldn't have done it if he was out there on his own. But the reason he did it, in my view, this is my 2 cents, the reason he did it was because everyone else had signed on already. Now, why does this matter? Well, this matters with Elon Musk because Elon Musk is that guy where a lot of rich people, a lot of CEOs and billionaires and millionaires are going to say, holy crap, Elon Musk is going forward with this. Well, Elon Musk is a genius. And even if I'm wrong, people won't get mad at me now, because they'll be like, well, shoot, everybody follows Elon, so I'm going to do what Elon does. What does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, what it means is this. Bitcoin, to me, is one of the most predictable cash machines in all of investing right now. You rarely see a situation where you have a financial asset where you can look at the price right now and know with almost complete certainty that the price is going to go up eventually. There is no stock I can name for you right now where I could say, yeah, this stock is right here. I know it's going to be right here a year from now. And I'm not saying that things can't happen. I'm not saying that some unexpected variable can't come into play that could crash Bitcoin or whatever the case may be. But I strongly feel, and I'm not telling you what to do, this is not investment advice. So when you hear some stupid idiot run around saying, well, Dr. Boyce told everybody to go buy Bitcoin, I need you to play this video for them and say, no, he never said go buy it. He told you what he was seeing and what he's going to do, but he never told you what to do. He told you about all the risks that he may be wrong. Here's what I think. I think in a year from now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about a cryptocurrency that's over $100,000 a coin. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 year from today, what's this? Today's February 8th, 2021. I wouldn't be surprised if on February 8th, 2022, we're announcing Bitcoin just hit $111,492.18. I'm not saying that's gonna happen for a fact, but all of the indicators are pointing upward. Bitcoin is being adopted by so many people. The demand is through the roof. People are not even selling their Bitcoin. There are people who've just locked it up in a treasure chest and said, I'm not selling to nobody. Well, that restricts the supply as the demand is increasing, which can only increase the price. So none of this surprises me that Bitcoin's at 44,000. It wouldn't surprise me if it's at 50,000, 60,000 in the next month or two. I believe it's Bitcoin to the moon. Now, you asked me about stuff like Dogecoin. Dogecoin kind of depends on how long you can suspend people's connection to reality. Dogecoin, it kind of depends, in my view, on how long you can get people to buy into absolute nothingness. The rise of Dogecoin is one of those things where I'm just kind of wondering how long will the fairy tale last? How long till Cinderella turns into a pumpkin? Because Dogecoin has about as much value as whatever substance exists right now in your toilet. Like that, whatever value you put on the stuff that's in your toilet, that's about what Dogecoin is worth, less than that. But that doesn't mean the price can't go up because, people are trying to buy it. I mean, what's the value of a pair of Gucci blue jeans, right? Or Gucci jeans. I don't even know Gucci makes jeans. Gucci belts. I know people spend big money on Gucci belts. What's the real value of a Gucci belt? I don't know what it is, but it ain't $700 or whatever people spend on it. What's the value of a pair of Beats by Dre headphones? It ain't $300. It's probably maybe $25 or something, right? So people do it all the time where they will invest big money in something that has a value that is almost non-existent or is one hundredth of what you're actually paying for it. So I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't be surprised if Dogecoin took off. But I wouldn't go put my kids' college fund in Dogecoin because then you invest in like a sucker. So be very careful when it comes to where you put your money. And remember, with Bitcoin, anything can happen. Regulations can change. Bitcoin can plummet. It's done it before. It could do it again. But at least this time, if you go down, a lot of really wealthy, really smart people are going to go down with you. So if that is something that gives you confidence, then I think it's okay to consider that as you make your economic decisions. Okay. But remember, they're your decisions. You take responsibility for that. So anybody running around claiming that somebody told us to buy Bitcoin and that's why they just shut up. Nobody's telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I see. You're telling you what to do. Personal responsibility is what I believe in, and that's what I'm always going to repeat. So I'm going to go, guys. Do me a favor. If you want to, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. Also, if you want your kids to be economically intelligent, I think that's really important. I was explaining the other day that every black boy in America needs to understand investing as much as he understands sports, because money and investing is a sport, but it's actually even more than a sport. It's a war. Economics is a war. So prepare your children for warfare. We have financial flashcards and workbooks for children from our community, specifically designed by Black educators in our community who care about your kids. You can go take a look if you'd like to take a look at financialworkbooks.com. That's financialworkbooks.com. And also, for those of you that want a free class on stock market investing and want to get started, feel free to take a look at the Black Stock Market Challenge, the blackstockmarketchallenge.com. That URL is right there on the screen. So we have a lot of resources for you in the Black Business School. And I'll be back very, very soon. As I see updates, I'll share updates with you. So God bless you guys, and have a good day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Peace.